there you go. Novolex is a company. It's North America leader in packaging choice. The company has about 10 different brands of products, or brands in general, with multiple different products underneath each brand. We have, at this point, the majority of our locations are in the U.S. However, we have multiple locations abroad as well. We employ close to 10,000 employees. And a lot of the different brands that most people would recognize if they were looking at sorts of our products would be Hylex, Duro, Bagcraft, Heritage, etc. Hylex produces some small bags such as what you would use at the grocery store to put like your fruits and vegetables in. Bagcraft makes a lot of different of the paper bags when you get takeout, things like that. So all of our products that are produced by Novolex and as a whole are used by consumers every single day. So this is just a quick view of all of the locations that we have nationwide for Novolex. And we produce all different types of packaging products, whether it be plastic retail bags, paper bags, can liners, which is what we make at Fortune, and Heritage Bag. And then they also do all sorts of food packaging, etc. So as you can see, we have a lot of different locations nationwide, and it also gives people the opportunity, if they decide that they need to relocate, there could be an opportunity for people to transfer to other locations, keep their employment and seniority, concurrent, for those that may look to eventually relocate to other places. So Heritage makes a bunch of different products. Heritage, Fortune Plastics, what was once called Fortune Plastics and is now called Heritage, is that location in Lebanon, Tennessee. And the company produces all sorts of different can liners. Can liners is just pretty much like a fancy way of saying trash bags. Most people obviously refer to can liners as trash bags. However, we make a slew of different can liners, everything from just the regular can liners that we would use in an office, all the way up to healthcare bags. We make special types of janitorial and sanitation type bags, as well as the majority of the types of companies that we're servicing include healthcare, food service, lodging, and as I said, janitorial and sanitary. So the company itself has been around since the 70s. We've been making bags. We also make a biodegradable, compostable bag. So if you were to put, food items that we know would be biodegradable and compostable, the bag itself will decompose along with those products as well. So just kind of a little fact on that. The positions right now that we're hiring for, the majority of everything we're hiring for is a packer inspector position. At our Lebanon location, we do a 12-hour rotating schedule. The pay for the day schedule that runs from 6 in the morning till 6 in the evening is $13.20 per hour. If you work in the evening, which runs from 6 p.m. to 6 a.m., there's an additional $1 differential. So days would be $13.20, evenings would be $14.20. The job duties associated with this role range from packaging and all aspects of packaging our product, whether it's the labeling, stamping, making sure that the product fits in there correctly, the palletizing of the product, making sure that you know how to palletize, the height of each pallet, etc. Checking the quality of the product and documenting that. So one of the most important parts of this role is ensuring that the quality is good on the product. So the packer really is the last person to see the product before it reaches the customer. So their role in the quality aspect of the position is critical to ensure that the lengths, widths, the seals, and the product in its entirety is accurate and meets the customer specifications. Also, they're involved in cleaning their workstation, making sure it's neat and orderly, as well as assisting with production lead operators and extrusion operators to ensure that the equipment is running correctly. If it's not, making a notification to supervision so they can come over and make the appropriate changes to ensure quality and overall production. So our facility is 24/7. It runs 365 days a year. It includes all major holidays, so we are open come Thanksgiving, Christmas, 4th of July, Labor Day, Memorial Day. We are open every single day. The schedules run on a 2-week rotation. So as I said, the hours start at either 6 a.m. or they start at 6 p.m. And it's on a 2-week rotating schedule. So the first week would be a Tuesday, Wednesday, Saturday, Sunday, and then the following would be a Monday, Thursday, Friday. So this 2-week rotation runs continuously. You'll know your schedule very far into the future. Obviously, if you work that out, because the schedule never changes and it runs concurrently on that 2-week rotation, you'll always know the weekends that you're off and whatnot. So based on the 12-hour schedule and the 2-week rotation, the employee would have off every other weekend. So it gives you kind of that ability as well. Right now, we have immediate openings on both those shifts, whether it's 6 in the morning or 6 in the evening. We have more positions open in the evening than the daytime. All of our applications need to be completed online, and I'll just go through briefly the hiring process and what needs to be completed to move forward with that process. So all candidates that are interested would apply online at our website. They would use the zip code that is at our Lebanon location, which I have listed here. And once you got onto the website, you would proceed with applying to the Packer Inspector position. Once that application is completed, HR would contact you concerning setting up an on-site plant interview. This would be conducted by either our production manager, plant manager, or trainer. And then once they decide if they're going to move forward with the hiring process and the offer, we would move forward with the following items. One would be an acceptance of an offer of employment via email. The second would be a background check. And the third would be a pre-employment drug screen. All 3 of those would need to be completed before we can move forward with the hiring process. The typical timeline for hiring is anywhere from 3 to 7 days. It really depends upon how quickly the background checks are returned and how quickly somebody sets up to come in for a pre-employment drug screen. Once somebody's hired, we typically do a 10-day training period that runs from Monday through Friday to ensure that the candidate or the new employee is completely prepared for the position before they go onto their schedule. So some people convert earlier than other people onto their schedule, but they kind of do a day-by-day assessment as to where the person's at with their training, just to ensure that the person feels 100% comfortable with everything that they're doing before they go back onto their shift. And that's all I have concerning the job opening. So I can open it up if anybody has any questions. I'd be more than happy to answer them.
Yeah, thank you, Jennifer. Like I said earlier, the chat box is open. So if you have any questions, please feel free to put them there. In the meantime, I do have a question. I know that Jennifer, earlier on, you mentioned ability to grow within the company. Can you give us some details around what that looks like once you kind of get in on the ground level? What other opportunities might be available for you, and great ways to be able to access that?
Absolutely. So, in the Novolex business and Fortune Plastics, the majority of a lot of the promotional opportunities that we have, we attempt to fill from within. So if we have somebody come in, the majority of people that are in the higher roles, whether it's material handler, extrusion operator, supervision, etc., have all come up through the ranks from either, a bag machine operator and or a packer. So there's absolutely tons of opportunities for people that are looking to grow within the organization, whether it's at that location or another, because we're always looking for people who want the ability to grow, are willing to put in the work, and they have an interest in kind of developing with the company. So how that ultimately would work is if somebody were to come into our organization and then from there looking for further opportunity, jobs would be posted internally, and we would look at all candidates internally first prior to looking externally. So sometimes people just aren't interested in a certain position, the current people that we have. So in that scenario, we would look outside. However, the majority of the promotional opportunities that we have at all of our locations, we attempt to fill from within. So we've been very successful in doing that, and it's created a really good partnership with all of our employees and their desires to grow and kind of going through that process and ensuring that, you know, if they come on with us, that they know that there is a track for them to proceed through if they desire that.
Awesome, thank you. Second question I have is, what benefits might Fortune Plastics offer, if any, to employees that are interested in working with you?
Great. So all of our employees are full-time. We don't offer any type of part-time employment. All of our full-time employees are eligible to receive our benefits. All of our benefits start, if you would like them, start the first of the month following your hire date. So if somebody were to be hired, let's say today on 9/28, they would be eligible and able to effectively have our benefits starting October 1. So it's a very short period for people that want to jump onto the benefits. If somebody was hired in October, the longest you're really going to wait is 30 days. If you're hired the 1st of October, your benefits would be effective come November 1. So that timeline is very quick, and we do that to make sure that everybody kind of maintains their health. We don't want anybody with lapses in coverage, etc. As for the benefits themselves, we offer multiple different packages on medical benefits, dental, as well as vision. So we have a couple different plans under each one of those categories. We also offer a 401k plan that starts the first of the month following your 90 days of employment. We offer vacation time. The vacation time could be prorated if you're hired midway through the year, but everybody gets the first of the year 84 hours of vacation. So let's say, as an example, you were hired right now. In 90 days, you would receive 84 hours of vacation. So that's a positive. You don't have to wait a whole year to receive vacation. So that's very beneficial for people. The company also pays one time your yearly annual salary in a life insurance policy that's completely free to all of our employees. We offer supplemental life insurance, whether it's on yourself, a spouse, or a child, as well as we offer a legal plan if people want to sign up for that, as well as a free employee assistance program for all employees, whether they need assistance with confidential counseling, life resources, etc. That's available to all employees regardless of what benefits they have with us. So we have even more benefits than that. That's just kind of a rundown on the major ones. We also offer FSA and a slew of other things. So the benefits themselves, let me just start this here. Bear with me here. Okay. Yeah, thank you. The benefits themselves are pretty extensive. And as I said, concerning the timeline on how quickly you can get onto those benefits is pretty quick. So we definitely have a lot of different benefit options for people that'll fit not only their needs, but their price point as well.
Perfect. And then last question that I have right now is, you mentioned the background check and the drug check as a part of the onboarding process before they're hired. Does the company pay for that, or would a potential employee need to pay for that and as a part of the process?
So the company pays for everything involved with the pre-employment process. The company handles, obviously submitting the offer to you via email. You will have to have a valid email to be able to apply. And then the company also pays for the background check as well as the pre-employment drug screen. So there's no financial issue to the employee or to the candidate. The company covers all of that.
That's wonderful. Those are all the questions I have. Oh, wait, I have one more. After applying, should we follow up with you, Jennifer? So if someone applies, should they send you a direct email afterwards?
That would be ideal. I'm actually going to put my email into, let me just do it to everybody here.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm going to put my email into the chat there. That's my direct email. If and when you apply, shoot me an email, let me know you've applied, and we can get things moving obviously a lot quicker in that fashion. Also, sometimes people only create an account and they don't actually apply to the job, so there's a little confusion there. And this will just ensure that I can go in, check, and make sure that what that you actually have applied to the job. And if you haven't, then I can make that quick contact and we can get that resolved. So any type of questions that you may have, you can email me there. After you apply, you can also email me there, or if you need to refer someone, someone that's interested, but they may need help with applying or questions, you can also give them that email as well.
That's perfect. And just so that everyone knows, we will also be sending Jennifer's contact information out after this webinar so that you all will have direct links with her and can forward any additional questions you might have. At this time, I don't see any other questions in the chat box. So again, thank you to Jennifer. We appreciate you so much for doing this webinar for us. And thank you to all of you that are tuning in. This link will be available on our personal YouTube page for Rutherford Works. And so you are welcome to view that again if you missed any of Jennifer's helpful tips. And like I said, you all will receive a follow-up email that has the link as well as Jennifer's information so you can reach out to her directly after you apply. Thanks again so much. We will continue this series for our employer showcase with manufacturers tomorrow and throughout the rest of the week. Everybody have a good day.
Thank you so much. Have a
Thank
great
you.
one.
You
Bye-bye.
too. Bye-bye.